Hi, I'm back and we are going to node a bit, and what we are going to do is to shuffle the clock, and for that we are going to need a clock. And we want to shuffle it because of the new version of Alpha Forever will have something with rhythmic stuff, and probably you do not want to have always a straight clock, and this will solve it, because our clock currently is pretty straight. And I'm going to demonstrate it first by creating a simple, very basic patch where we truncate the clock. So we take the integer values of it and track it for a change, and I put an envelope follower here, and this is going to be driving a velocity, not velocity, the volume of an oscillator. It's going to be a sine, and this goes into a gain line, output 1, output 2, and if I play this, we will have a metronome. Oh, the metronome is turned on here, so I turn it off so we only hear our patch, and it's in sync with the metronome. So yeah, but let's multiply this by 4, so we have a click on every 16th note or tick. That's nice, but this is too stiff. If you wanna create a hi-hat track or something like this, you probably wanna have some shuffle. Not every time, but probably you wanna have it. And we are going to insert the shuffle before these multiplications, so we really wanna shuffle the clock itself. And yeah, the clock has a gate, and I like to multiply the clock value by the gate. So if I turn off the transport, then the gate is on 0. If I turn it on, the gate is on 1. So this way I can stop the clock and it won't free run. And yeah, I call this node a shuffle here. And it will need not a soft clipper, but an input. 2 inputs. One is going to be the clock, and one is going to be the shuffle depth. And the first thing we are going to do is to truncate the clock, and we are going to add to this value. Because we are only when we shuffle something, we always want to have the whole values untouched, and we are going to touch the rest. The other thing we are going to do is to subtract the truncated value from the clock value itself. So this is going to be like something like a modulo by 1. So if we add this back to the signal itself, then we didn't do anything. So this is going to be a straight thing, and this is going to go into a crossfader, and this is going to be the first input of the crossfader. Oh, I'm starting every sentence with this is going to, this is doing to, it must be annoying, I'm sorry. But what we do here is simply we drive this modulo signal into the crossfader, and we will add it back to the truncated value. So the truncated value plus the modulo value, which this must be really a bit confusing, but subtracting the truncated value from the signal itself is really the same like doing modulo by 1. That's why I call it modulo, because that's only the rest of the division by 1. Because modulo by 1 is like you divide something by 1, and you take the truncated value of this and subtract it from the division. Like, I think this makes sense. Or this should be a modulo. I'm not sure if it was right now, but yeah, this is the same. This is the same as doing this. in this case only, but this is faster, so I'm sticking with this. And this value is going to go there. And now we have to figure out how we do the rest. And I'm going to multiply the clock by 2, and this is not wrong again. I'm dropping down an add node because multiplying by 2 is the same as adding a value to itself, so this saves a bit of CPU again. Not as if this would eat up much. And now we will do a modulo by 1. And here I didn't do this, sorry, once again, I didn't do this because we need this truncated value anyways, and then it's faster to subtract it than to do another modulo which has a division inside and stuff like that. So here this makes sense, here it doesn't make sense. And this value is going to drive a custom function, so we will be able to draw our shuffle like a curve, which should be pretty much fun. And the only thing left is to take the modulo of this guy and modulo by 2, because if we didn't do this, then the bit would be, this custom function would be asymmetric and would go over more bits. This way it won't. This is hard to explain, and it's even harder with my English knowledge, so bear with me. But if we add these guys together, we almost have a patch done. Just we don't forget that we doubled up the clock, so we take the half of it. 5. And this way we can go into that plug there. And actually this is it. Let me make this like this and insert it to there, except that I didn't create an output. Now it has an output. It's not as funny as I was laughing, but should be something. And between 0 and 1 we will have the shuffle. And if I play this now, and as I told you, you can draw the curve. So yes, you can do all kinds of crazy stuff like this. And probably I'm going to make a node out of this, but it won't be compiled. But as you can see, I'm on a later version of Alpha Forever, so you can build this for yourself now. I'm not running the actual version. I just recognized it. I was like, okay, I'm gonna save this and share it with you. But when this new version is released with all this fancy new stuff that's inside of it, then I'll be able to share it. And I'm going to put a knob on this interface and the modulation input as well, so You will have a designer that you can enter, but it will have 2 knobs on it, which is going to be fun. Or not. Anyways, I hope you had fun watching this, and yeah, shuffle the clock. Thanks for watching, subscribe and stuff like this. Bye bye.